Hello everybody. Again, I have much gratitude for all my Patreon subscribers. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for the new people who have joined. Today we are going to be learning about freezer spells. Okay, we're going to put somebody in a freezer today. There's two different ways you can do this actually. One of them you can put inside the freezer, and the other one you can let it sit out in the sun and rot so that person can feel sick anytime that they try to send some type of hex spell, karma, negative energy your way. So the things that you will need are lemons, hot pepper, hot stuff. So this is a spice mix that I created myself. Just get a seasoning from the Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, Walmart. You get those in those places, but what this is a combination of crushed pepper, cayenne pepper, pecan pepper, black pepper, chili powder, all the hot stuff you could find. Go ahead and mix it up, put it in here. You don't have to have all of this, but like I said, since I do work for other people, I make sure I got me some of this on deck. Now this is a spell that you can use to help protect yourself and your family from people who have really negative intentions against you. And today I'm using it to help out someone who actually has a person who's putting hexes, curses, and spells on them. So this is going to be a little bit heavier of a working than you may have to do. That's why I'm going to provide you guys with different ways to go about doing this. We got two people that I'm doing as of right now, so I'm gonna go ahead, peel this sticker off. I'm not even gonna wash these off, rinse these off, because we are not eating these. We want these to be nasty or to be rotten or to be frozen, because the people who are doing this are not looking out for our highest good or not sending us any good energy or vibrations. So we have our lemon, we have our, I just call this extra hot spice. Okay, so we got our hot stuff. We have some paper. You can use white paper. I just like to use paper from paper bags if I buy something, because you know I'm Aquarius, so I like to try and recycle in the ways that I can and utilize all the tools that I have. I would recommend a red marker or black marker or black pen, red or black. These are my chili pecans. Crush these up, put them in there, or you can put them in there whole as long as it's hot. And I also have some saltpeter. Saltpeter is used for jinx and hex removal and also protection. Now, the last thing we're going to need is some pins. I got to get me some up out of here because these are kind of mixed with some thumbtacks. You want to get the long ones because what we're going to do is pin this shut. Oh, sad because I only have one, but it's okay. I would recommend pins and nails. Pins, between pins and nails, what you can find to close these up. Dang, I gotta go buy some more. Okay. You can use some of these, but I would try to get something that's longer because you want it to go through. I might use some of them simply because I didn't have as much pins and nails as I thought I did, and it gives me opportunity to use the red one. So hey, use what you got to the best of your ability, because sometimes that's all that you need. And that's what our ancestors, no matter what culture you came from, if you have ancestors who are practitioners, they used what they had. They used what they had, so that's what we're gonna do. Very important that you learn how to work with the items that you have as regular household items, because that means anywhere you go, you can put something up together, and that's what makes a great practitioner. I don't know if you guys can see, but I do have on a face mask. You know, we do a face mask and spells today. Now, for the person that you're doing this freezer spell on, you want to make sure you have their name, their birthday, or a picture. Okay? You want to try and get as much information that's tied to their energy as you can in this lemon. If you can get a piece of their hair or something that belongs to them, that'll work too. So we're going to cut our lemons, but we're not going to cut it all the way. I'm going to show you. Because we don't want it split in half. So just like this. How it's not cut all the way. It's like a mouth. It's like a person. That's what you want to imagine. You want to imagine this being that person. This is that person. Call them by their name. When you're conjuring up or when you're doing these spells or any spells, visualization is very important. So that's why I'm saying if you have a picture of them, or if you in your head can just picture what they look like, picture their name, call the lemon by that person's name so that way you can really put their energy into it. This is a bonus item you can use, but you don't have to have it. These are incense. These are incense against jealousy. This person has a lot of jealousy and envy and negative energy that is being sent towards my client. So I'm going to use one of these incense at the end to kind of awaken our lemon, to kind of give it spirit, give it intention. Using our elements is really important when you're doing work too. I feel like already lemons are the elements of water because they have juice that come from them, and earth because they grow from trees which are rooted in the ground. So we already work with those two. We have our fire element with these hot ass spices, and then we have our air element with our incense. So if you don't have the incense, that's okay. Don't worry, you can still do it. Now, I'm just gonna give them names so that we have an example. So this lemon, this is gonna be Tammy. And this is gonna be Linwood. Okay, so Tammy and Linwood. Right now, here we have this person who is sending this negative energy towards your way. They being really hateful and they're being really spiteful. So what we gonna do? We gonna put their ass in the motherfucking freezer. And a freezer spell is a spell that can be broken, but it's broken when this person decides that they're gonna act right by you or just be kind. That's how you break this spell. It's simple. All they have to do is be kind and stop sending negative shit your way, and they'll be fine. Okay? But until then, their stomach might hurt every time they talk about you or try to. Until then, their throat might feel real hot and spicy because we're using these spices. Until then, they gonna get sick in their stomach and in their gut when they speak negativity on your name. Alright. So, we're going to take our red marker and we're going to write the name of the person on our paper and their birthday. If you have a picture, you want to use a small picture. So if you have a picture, you try and print it out really small because you want it to fit in this lemon. And as you're doing this, you really want to start conjuring up that energy inside of yourself that you're upset, that you're mad, that you want this person to feel what they've been sending to you. Feel the negative energy that they've been sending your way. You want them to really get sick in their stomach. You're putting in your intentions as you do this. You want it, like, you never know when you're going to have to use this spell. You might have to use this spell for your kids. So that's why I'm trying to tell you that it's important you build up this energy so that you can put that intention into your work. This can also be used in the workplace. You know, if you got somebody who really won't leave you alone. Now, we have their names and their birthdays on the paper. Another thing that we're going to do is draw a sigil or two. And these sigils are going to be our return to sender sigils. So I'll show you two of those. I'm actually going to put it on a separate paper. Okay, so this is one return to sender sigil, where you just create an arrow with an arch here at the bottom. And then this is also a return to sender sigil. As you can see, it's a circle, but it's not a circle that's closed all the way. And the two arrows are pointing towards each other, showing that this is a continuous cycle that this person will be in until they got that loophole, until they just act right, until they just be nice. That's how this spell can be broken. They just act right. They just be nice. They just stop. They just leave you alone. They just stop sending negativity your way. They just stop putting hexes, curses, and spells on you. Remember, we're saying these things as we to put the energy and intent into our spell. Now, we're going to fold this up, but I want you to fold this away from you, because you want the energy to go get away from you. You want it to return to the person who sent it. So we're going to roll it up, away from us. If you're going to fold it to make it smaller, fold it away from you. All right, we're going to go ahead and stick that in our lemon. Open them up a little bit. Stick it in there real nice. All right. Same thing with the other paper is what I'm going to do, which is draw the sigil. And roll them up facing away from us, away, because we want this stuff to get away from us. We want the negative energy to get away. We don't want this to harm our mind, our body, our soul, our spirit anymore. All right, and I'm going to put that in the other lemon. Then, on another small paper, we're going to write a mini petition. So we're going to say their names in the petition. And your petition can be very simple. You can just say, Tammy, you're going to leave me the fuck alone till you get your shit right. I'm so serious. Tammy, talk to this lemon like it's this person. Tammy, stop sending negative energy, curses, spells, hate, envy, greed. Just give you guys some example. And nastiness my way. Till you do, you will live in the energy you created. That's how you do it. Put it back on them, because they're the one who sent it. Make them deal with what they tried to send to you. Again, this is our petition. We're going to fold it. We're going to fold it counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. We're going to fold it away from us. Put it in our lemon. Get a little messy. Some people like to use gloves because we're working with hot stuff. So just make sure if your skin is sensitive, you're using gloves, because we're working with the acidity of the lemon and the hot stuff from the spice. So put on gloves if you need to. If you don't, make sure you wash your hands after this. Don't go touching food and all type of stuff with this stuff on your hands, putting it in your mouth, okay? This one up. Get it really in there. Get it in there really good. Okay? Now, it's time for us to get the hot stuff. It's time for us to make them feel like their mouth is burning every time they speak negative things on our name, or on the people that we love and care about, if they're going to continue to send that energy of hate, greed, and envy, they're going to feel it themselves. They're going to take a better look at themselves, because they're going to know what they're sending out. Because every time they speak those ill names on you or the person that you're trying to protect, their mouth is going to burn with these chilies. Tell these chilies what you want them to do. You want these chilies to make their mouth burn. Every time they say your name, they gonna feel it in their throat that they should not even speak about you. Those are the types of intentions that I need you guys to put in this spell for it to work. Every time I add another chili, it just adds to the spell. It adds to the spiciness. Every time this person thinks of speaking negativity on you, they gonna feel that little tickle in the back of their throat. And when they open their mouth to try and speak that ill will or intent, they may choke with all this spicy stuff that we have in this lemon, okay? Yeah. Speak strongly. It is perfectly okay if you cuss while doing this spell, okay? You have to build up that anger, that rage, that frustration from the situation, from what these people are doing to you or they're causing for you, so that you can put it with your intent in here. Intent is very important. We're going to take some of this hot, spicy spice. Every time you speak, you can add cinnamon too. Every time you speak ill will on my name, you gonna cough up like people who is doing the cinnamon challenge. You gonna feel your throat starting to close. You gonna feel the burning all the way down to your gut. It is not gonna feel good anytime you speak negativity on my name, Tammy. Okay, whoever that name is. And this is Linwood. Linwood, I don't know why you think you got me so fucked up, but I'm going to show you what you want to be showed. I'm going to show you you. I'm going to send to you the negative energy that you've been sending to me all this time. And every time you try to speak those ill wishes on my health, on my wealth, on my family, your throat will burn. You will feel as though you have 1,000,000 chili peppers inside of your mouth. It is going to hurt. Your eyes are going to water. Your gut is going to spoil. You're going to feel like you need a probiotic to clear out your gut fucking with me, okay? You want to make sure you put your intent into that. Here we go. Yeah. Even put some around their mouth. Pretend this their mouth. Put some around their mouth. They gonna feel it on their lips. You know when you had like some suicide wings and you can still feel it around your mouth, the burning sensation, they still gonna feel this an hour later from when they spoke on your name, okay? That's what we're going for. That's our intent. Now we're gonna light our incense if you have one. Again, try and use an incense that works for this particular cause. Against jealousy is definitely a good one. From the air of this against jealousy incense, I summon this lemon to represent Tammy. And anytime she speaks negativity on my name, she will feel the burning and the sourness from this lemon. She will feel it in her mouth. She will feel it in her throat. She will feel it in her gut. Anytime she speaks any ill wishes or tries to do any ill working against Karen. Linwood, anytime that you choose to come out your mouth and say something negative about my name or my children's name, you will feel as if you've never felt before. You're going to feel like you had coronavirus times 3. You're going to feel like your respiratory system might be shutting down fucking with me, okay? Talk to the, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling y'all, this how it works. Talk to these lenders, especially when you got people trying to comfort you, comfort your family. There's people out here who do graveyard rituals, graveyard work, people who try and use magic in such a way that they put people to their deathbed. So you want to be very specific. You want to put your intent into this to protect yourself and your family. Now, we're going to add a little bit of saltpeter just because you fucked with the wrong person. Removing hexes, curses, ill wish, negative intent that was sent to me is returning to the sender. Negative wishes, ill intent is returning to the sender. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and close them up. Like I said, it's okay if they got a little bit of the hot stuff or the saltpeter around their mouth. And it's so interesting that your guides and your ancestors, especially if they're more practitioners, they can also help you in these matters. Like the download that I just got while I was doing this was the cinnamon. And y'all remember back in the day when people was doing that stupid cinnamon challenge? That's what they showed me. You know how like you can't really swallow all that cinnamon, so you spit it out, you cough it out, and sometimes even after that people still have trouble breathing. That's what we want these people to feel like every time they speak negative ill wish on our name. Now we're going to begin to take our pens and we're going to close it shut. You don't open your mouth when you speaking negatively on me. You going to close your mouth. You going to learn. So we're going to stick this pen through it, because we want to close it shut. So when we get to this point where our lemons are finished, there is 2 ways that you can go about doing this. One of them is you can put them in bags. You know, get you some grocery store bags, put them in a bag, put it in your freezer, let it freeze, leave them in there, forget about them until I guess you move or something. But you do not want to take it out at least until the spell works and you've seen that it works and these people stop fucking with you. Or if they really doing some stuff, like I said, the person that I'm doing this for, they sending hexes, they sending hexes, they sending curses. So for their ass, we are going to put them outside in the sun. We're gonna let these motherfucking lemons rot, because every time these people speak negativity on my client's name, they got her so fucked up that they are going to feel like their stomach is rotting. Okay, they're gonna feel like their stomach is eating itself. They're gonna feel real nasty, just like these lemons are gonna get from that sun being outside. They're gonna get moldy, they're gonna get nasty. That's what we want these people to get like. Because there are pens, I would highly recommend that you double or triple bag them, okay? So I triple bagged these. Go ahead, tie it up. If you're gonna let them mold the second way, don't let them mold in your house, of course. Let them mold outside. It'll happen quicker too, because that sun, especially during the summertime, that sun will get them. And there you have it. So this is a freezer spell, or if you're going to put outside, let them mold, you can do that. I really hope that you guys learned something from this video, and my intent was to share some things with you so that you can learn different ways to go about protecting yourself using simple items that are easy for you to get and collect. And it is a spell that has a loophole, so they can break this spell themselves by just being fucking nice. And it's not that hard to do. So until they get right, they gonna be in a freezer, or they gonna be real moldy. Thank you all for watching this video. I will be uploading some more very shortly.